I absolutely am in love with this color. This is the high power browns. This is hair painting. This is this is Ask Essential Skills. It is amazing. You can see the color is just beautiful. Beautiful blend, beautiful color, beautiful shine. Her hair is left in excellent condition. It's Schwarzkopf Professional, and we're done. So, what do you think? You love it?
I love it.
Love it. Hey guys, my name is Johnny. I'm an Ask expert for Schwarzkopf Professional, and I'm from Middletown, New York. As you can tell, I started the video off with the end results to get your attention, and the high power browns is what inspired me to do this technique, because my model has naturally dark hair, and she wanted a sun-kissed look. She wanted a natural looking highlight, and she didn't want to be a blonde. So the high power browns are just perfect, because I was able to give her the lift and control in one single step. The Agora Royal high power browns are our latest collection in the Agora Royal family. They are a high lift browns. They have a power lift technology that can give you up to 4 levels of lift with maximum control. The high power browns, I think of them as a high lift blonde, but in a much lower levels. So like your high lift blondes can take you up from a level 6 to a 10. This can take you up from a level 1 to up to 4 levels of lift. So depending on where you use them, let's say if you're using them on a level 4, you can create a beautiful level. The high power browns can be used on natural hair. They are made to be used on dark levels from level 1 to 5, and they give you 4 levels of lift with maximum control. The tones vary from your very cool tones to some warmer brown tones. On my model, she's a natural level 4, and she's got thick, coarse hair. So the Agora Royale high power browns have a power lift technology that gives you that 4 levels of lift, and it's an amazing result. Where we used to have to lift and tone, now we can actually create a beautiful tone on dark hair with one step. The results with the high power browns are always consistent, so the next time my client or my guest come back, I can create the same exact color every single time without worrying about lifting and toning. So it just makes it really easy for you guys to use. It's a one single step, beautiful colors, amazing shine, and very vibrant in tone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be sharing with you in this video the technique that I used to create my beautiful models. My formula for my model was B-2, 60 grams, and 15 grams of BB, Brown Booster, in the Agora Royal high power browns, with equal parts 40 volume. So that Brown Booster is a booster. What it is, it'll give you extra level of lift. It'll ensure that 4 levels of lift when you're working with more darker. We use our Ask Essential Skills for all of our essential looks collections. And what are essential looks? They are a collection of looks that are inspired from the runways of the world, everywhere from Milan to London, Paris, New York. These are the looks that are inspired from the runways of the world and then broken down and made into a more salon-friendly or commercial looks for you to use, all the way up to like the catwalk looks. So the hair painting has been something that's really huge right now, and I want to share my technique and my way of doing it, also incorporating some of the Ask Essential skills in the hair painting. But with my technique, I actually just, instead of using a sponge, I used a brush. We have just finished sectioning her hair, and I'll show you. We used her natural part. So basically, finding her natural part. We used her natural part, so you can see right there. This is her natural part. And then what I did was took out of a rectangular section that was just at the high point of her head, and right to about just behind the crown, and a nice square section in the center. Basically, the bigger this section is, the more coverage you're going to get of the color, and the more peekaboo the technique will be. And the more smaller it is, the less, and the more color you will see. The rest of the section is going from ear to ear. You can see on both sides, from ear to ear, we have parted that. And now in the back, we are having a forward diagonal section and also a T parting. So That's just basically a center parting, and forward diagonal. And this is where we're going to start our section in our hair painting. We are what I like to do is usually use a clean brush on the side. I always have a towel around so I can keep my hands clean. Some people like to use a board. I like to use the back of my hand. It's just easier for me to do. But whatever your preference is, that's up to you. So a clean towel, a tail comb, some foils, some saran wrap you can actually use as well to kind of protect this. Some people use cotton. Or hair painting is just surface painting. So I use a clean brush, and I'll start off right in the middle of the head, using some color like that, like a ribbon of color. The other side of my brush is pretty clean, and I'm going to apply that color right on the head, straight on. So you basically are looking to have a diffused look with this technique, and that's what we're doing, is just creating a diffused, more sun-kissed, more natural looking. You can lay the color on pretty heavy on the surface, and then really light towards the base or the scalp. And then on the ends, we're going to be kind of saturating the entire ends. And the consistency of this product is just amazing too for this hair painting. It just stays exactly where I want it to stay. It really works awesome. So you can see how I'm working like a little V section, so from each corner of the section, of the subsection. So that's how it is. Now if I lift this up, we should be totally clean underneath, and we are. And that's really the trick, is keeping everything on the surface and making sure that underneath is clean. And now when it comes to saturation, we can saturate the entire ends, and I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to place it on my hand like that, and we're going to apply the color right at the ends. So some people use a board at this point. I like to just use the back of my hand. This is where I become Superman, and I'm able to do this balayage hair painting in about 3 minutes. You typically want to stay about 1 inch to 1.5 inch sections, horizontal partings all the way up the head, depending on the thickness of the hair. You want to keep your brush vertical at all times. You want to always have even strokes, light strokes, keeping the color very even and smooth without any breaks to avoid any lines of demarcation or any horizontal stops. You also want to make sure that the color is very diffused by the scalp, and checking periodically underneath, or every section if you like, to make sure that there is no bleeding underneath, keeping the color at the surface. You really want to kind of diffuse the color at the scalp. This technique is all about diffusion, which means just lighter amount of color at the base or scalp, or wherever you want the color to start being light. As you notice, this is my last section here, and I am leaving a veil out on top. For a more natural, softer look, I recommend you try this on a mannequin first. Practice makes perfect. Guys, so we are just finished with the curling. You can see my technique here and how I placed all the curls. We used Osa's grip to prepare her hair. Osa's grip is a great mousse. It will give you a nice, a good foundation before the curl. And as I was curling, I was using the Session Label. Osa's Session Label, really great flexible hold hairspray. Awesome for work like this. I'm going to be taking out the clips, and you're going to take a look at the end result of my balayage ombre hair painting technique with our Igora Royale high power browns. That is the finished look. You guys can see balayage ombre, beautiful highlights, soft, natural looking, sun-kissed, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. Hope you guys enjoyed my video.